from the Storm Team 8 Tracking Center, this is a winter weather alert.
Now at 6, a winter weather blast. It's quite cold. Our crews are spread across West Michigan, getting ready for the snow that's moving in. Thanks for joining us. I'm Amanda Porter.
And I'm meteorologist Blake Harms. Tonight, our coverage extends from the snow-covered streets of Kalamazoo to the side streets of Ottawa County, where the snowfall is set to hit first and hard.
Yeah, sure is. Plus, we'll take you inside the Ford International Airport as holiday travelers get hit with extra delays. But first, Blake walked us through what we can expect over the next few hours. Blake, it's cold, and any snow coming?
Yeah, there is some coming in some spots. It's a lake effect, so as you all know, it can vary greatly from one town to the next, but some spots, especially in our lakeshore counties, are going to be hit very hard overnight tonight through the day on Monday. Here's Storm Track Live, where snow isn't overly heavy at this point. We do actually have some pretty decent snowfall rates down across parts of Barry, Calhoun, and Branch counties, and some decent snow on the east side of Grand Rapids. But it's this area here west of US 131 that we are focused in on overnight tonight. We're expecting to start to see snowfall rates pick up in this general area here over the next few hours, and especially after midnight. Still already seeing some travel impacts out there. Holland's one of the areas that we will be watching here over the next 24 hours. You can see now snow not coming down very hard, if at all, but that's going to change. We have a winter storm warning that has been issued for Ottawa, Allegan, and Van Buren counties. Begins at 1 a.m. tonight, continues through 1 a.m. Tuesday. And this is mainly for the western parts of these counties. So we're talking Zeeland down through Allegan, over toward Hopkins, and then down toward Paw Paw, Gobles, areas to the west. This is where we're expecting the heaviest snow to fall by late Monday. We also have a winter weather advisory that continues until 1 a.m. Tuesday for Kalamazoo County for an additional 3 to 5 inches, and a winter weather advisory for Muskegon and Oceana counties through Tuesday morning as well. Here's the first part of Futurecast. You see that band rolling in overnight tonight, and then as winds shift more northwesterly, that begins to migrate closer to the coast, and this is where we're expecting that heaviest snow. We'll show you how much snow is expected to fall. We're also already tracking more rounds through the rest of this week. That's coming up in your 8-day forecast in a few minutes. Amanda.
Thanks, Blake. Now let's get out to News 8's Byron Tollefson, who's tracking the snowfall to come in Ottawa County there. He's live in Jenison with what road crews say you should expect. Byron?
Amanda, Storm Team 8 anticipates that some communities in Ottawa County could see a feet of snow. We'll have Blake sharing more on that in a little bit, but it's going to take a while for road crews to cover all of this territory. I talked with the Ottawa County Road Commission this afternoon, and the communications director says they've been ready and full staffed for the first big storm of the season for weeks now. Their crews plan on hammering away at the higher volume roads first, state and primary routes with a lot of traffic. They're asking people to be patient because if this storm goes on for a while, it's going to take some time to get to the local roads and your streets.
Be patient not only when they're driving but also at home and waiting for the plow. We might be able to get into some of these more local areas and open them up, but it just if it's coming down, we're not going to be able to consistently get those areas pushed back like we would if the snow had stopped.
There are some new laws this year that you will want to keep in mind if you're out driving on the roads in the snowy weather. We'll have more on that, plus some safety reminders coming up at 6:30. For now, live in Jenison, Byron Tollefson, News 8.
Byron, thank you so much for that report. And pretty soon you're going to be looking at the Gerald R. Ford International Airport's real-time flight tracker. Thousands are hitting the road and the skies tonight because it's one of the busiest travel days of the entire year. There are already quite a few delays, arrivals, and departures. We caught up with the woman who made quite a few stops before ending up in Grand Rapids.
Fantastic. So started in Tampa, made my way to Atlanta, and then saw some snow as we were landing, and so super excited to get out and enjoy the snow. Brought all the clothes I own and borrowed a few from friends. So super busy, each one that I've been in, but people are happy and lots of folks excited to get back home after spending some holidays. And so busy but fun. It went easy.
More weather-related flight delays and cancellations are expected over the next few days. Always check the flight tracker before you head out to the airport. From the skies to our counties along the West Coast, we're covering it all. News 8's Josh Sanchez caught up with a few travelers who are braving the weather to make their way back to West Michigan.
By car, rail, and air. Countless people are making the trip home as the Thanksgiving weekend comes to an end. Rick Pavlak, who spent the holiday with his kids in Byron Center, is one of the dozens of people fueling up at a Love Travel Center outside of Kalamazoo.
2 days ago, they were pretty slick in town. Main highways, awesome. They did a great job cleaning the roads. We're leaving today because tomorrow was forecasted to be worse with possibly 7 inches of snow. So we figured we'd head out today and get home. We're going back to Hartford, Wisconsin.
He says this trip makes up for the travel for the rest of the year.
We'll just do the Skype or the FaceTime and talk to the kids at Christmas.
Others are skipping the long drive for a flight home. Kalamazoo Battle Creek International Airport officials say they aren't seeing many delays for outgoing flights. Andrew Rosine tells me both weather and a mechanical issue has delayed his flight, making him extend his Thanksgiving plans by a day.
Our connection was going to be too tight once we landed in Detroit, so we've already rebooked and we'll fly here out of Kalamazoo tomorrow morning. Thankfully, we travel quite a bit, so it's been easy to get some things rebooked on the phone, but for folks that can't do that or it's a little more difficult, I can understand how this weekend's pretty trying to get home on the holidays.
This Houston-based couple says airport security was a breeze for their trip and had little trouble when they arrived in Kalamazoo. Andrew Rosine says it's been several years since he last visited home during the holidays, making the trip worth it.
Nice being home for some Thanksgiving and true Michigan Christmas weather. So we went out, got the Christmas tree on Friday, and already kind of changed seasons here for the holidays. So good to be back.
In Kalamazoo, Josh Sanchez, News 8.
And the roads may start to get congested with the uptick in post-holiday travelers and the winter weather mix on the way. Let's toss things to Blake with the roads and how we can keep an eye on staying safe out there. Blake?
We are seeing really slow travel on I-94 between Kalamazoo and Battle Creek, likely a mixture of congestion with holiday travelers and snow that is falling. You see a bit of a two-track there on 94. We're also seeing slick roads in parts of Berry County as well as southern Berry County as light snow continues to fall. Otherwise, 94 west of Kalamazoo, the area that we'll be watching into the day tomorrow, is okay for now, and Grand Rapids freeways, for the most part, are okay for now. The main areas we're watching will be 196 west of Jenison down through South Haven and I-94 west of Kalamazoo into tomorrow morning, extending into tomorrow evening with slick travel expected on those freeways especially. Amanda?
Thank you, Blake. And our coverage is far from over. As Storm Team 8 lays out the forecast from the tracking center, our crews will continue to stay live where we expect the snow to hit the most. Plus, our web team is keeping an eye on possible school closings. We'll update you as those come on in. And if you haven't already, be sure to download the Storm Team 8 weather app to get personalized alerts sent right to your phone.